Welcome to this 23rd day of Lent. It's Monday today. On Saturday, we had our 22nd day of Lent. It's possible that some may be wondering if I missed yesterday's, but Sunday is not considered a day of Lent. Sunday is considered a little Easter, a break from Lent. So today, on this 23rd day of Lent, our scripture comes from Proverbs chapter 30, verse 8. Remove far from me falsehood and lying. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with the food that I need. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Don't give me less than I need, but don't give me more than I need. When I think of this, I think of those that have gone to grocery stores and perhaps taken more than they need. When we do that, someone who is in need may find that shelf bare. We need to be fair to ourselves and fair to others. God makes all kinds of promises to us. God promises to be our strength. God promises to journey with us wherever we go. Psalm 23 is always such a uplifting psalm. It tells us that even in our times of trouble and heartache, which all of us go through from time to time, God will be with us, leading us beside still waters. I find great comfort in that. Perhaps comfort's what we need as we're going stir crazy in our homes right now. I did come into the church this morning, but other than the Spirit with me, God's presence, which is always with us, otherwise I'm alone here. I think there's a song about that. But anyway, we won't sing today. Well, I won't sing on camera today. But God makes these promises to us, and perhaps we can stop and wonder, what promises do we make to God? Let's think about the times that we promise to feed the hungry, give water to the thirsty, clothe the cold, visit the sick and the imprisoned. In this day of isolation, visiting has taken on a new meaning, a lot more emphasis on the phone and reaching out. We also made some promises. Some 300 years ago, we made promises. We began recognizing the land that we're on our Sunday morning services. The British Crown signed a treaty some 300 years ago with the Mi'kmaq and Maliseet people. And in that treaty, it had nothing to do with the surrendering of land or resources. It talked about respecting each other and the land that we have and their right to that land. Have we lived up to those commitments and those promises? Or do the promises we live up to those that are easier or more convenient? What promises do we need to hold up to each other? And I also can think of perhaps it's the unspoken promises, those promises that we have simply by who we are. When we say we're Christian, just in those words themselves, I'm Christian, is a promise. It's a promise to lift up the gospel, to live out the commitments that we make in those. And the unspoken commitments, perhaps, of a couple who've committed themselves to each other. We don't have to be reminded of the promises. We should know those promises and live into them. Child and parent, grandchild and grandparent, unspoken but real promises and commitments to each other. Are we lifting up those, and are we holding up those? God promises not to give us more than we need or less than we need. God promises to give us what we need. What do you need today? Let us pray. Holy Creator, we give thanks that you are able to be with us. And we also ask you to give us the strength to lift up our commitments to each other, our commitments to friends and family and to strangers alike, our commitment to all of creation, our commitment as treaty people. Hold us to these, help us to be reminded of these, and help us to live them out as we live out our promises to each other, spoken and unspoken, our promises to you, spoken and unspoken. On this 23rd day of Lent, Holy One, this is our prayer. Amen. Go out today on your journey from your living room to your kitchen to your washroom, back to the living room again, wherever they might be. But be safe, care for one another. Amen.